no longer in service. Number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service.
Yo, fellas, how are y'all doing today? I know I'm doing wonderful myself. Today we're doing some feedback, as we do every week. Before I turn the face cam on, I would like to disclaim that there has been a little bit of an error setting up the face cam. So check that out. I had to whip out an old camera of mine because the one that I normally use, like my phone camera, it just shit itself and it just didn't want to work. So I had to take out like a I had to whip out like another face cam. So it's gonna look a little bit like I'm in, like, you know, 2010, 2005, something like that. Yeah, 480p, exactly. So yeah, I hope you guys don't mind. Also, there's like, if I move my leg against the desk, it just like shakes because it's attached to my monitor. So, you know, there's just no good, there's no upsides. But actually, there's one upside: the frame rate is better than the other one, than my phone camera. So there's that. But yeah. Anyway, fellas, today is feedback time. Feedback stream time. Hold on. So, submissions are currently closed, but if you want to submit, join the Discord and submit to #feedbackstream at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Tuesdays. We'll be going over all the Senate's tracks first, and then the courts, and then everyone else who submitted to the stream. We'll try to fill up about 1 hour and 30 minutes of time. Usually takes 2 hours though. This is all for constructive criticism purposes only. So I'm not trying to insult you as a person, only trying to help your track improve. These streams happen every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, and that concludes the pre-feedback stream disclaimers. Damn nice visuals, dude. Thank you, man. Some shit's going on outside my door with my cat, dude. Put meowing. It's weird. All right. Let's see. What am I doing? Right. Senate feedback. Boom. Okay. Alright, fellas. Feedback. Boom. Alright, let's go. Safi with a Red Watch Flip V2 mastered. Nice shirt. Thank you, dude. It's a chocolate. It says chocolate on it. It's very cool. It also has it really big on the back. Cool intro. I think that side chain is a little long. That one. Yeah, definitely way too long. It's like way too square. Like the curve is way too square. You gotta like make sure that, like, right now we can only really hear like the click of the kick. So if you're using like a kick that's like that, like electronic sounding, then the only thing that you're getting from it is the sub and the initial click. So the only thing that we are hearing from it is the click. Try to like maybe I can't tell if the kick is like a really long one or not, but yeah, try to kind of yeah, shorten up the sidechain. Ooh. Yo, Rocket Bike, what's up, dude? Yo, this is fucking sick. Okay, I still think the sidechain is a little bit long, but it feels better than it was in the break or the little build up thing. Like it could definitely still be a little bit shorter, but it works, I think. As for this fake out, that you have here. That part. So when you reverb it like that, you don't really hear the fake out anymore. It's like you've put the dry wet too high, and so it's kind of an issue because you want to be able to hear the fake out, of course, right? And maybe that tape stop also lasts a little too long, as in like it kind of goes down. Like, I don't know, I would kind of like try to rework it such that you kind of are still introducing the main ideas, but you're not like giving the full punch yet. But like, so what I mean by that is just like have it play out without any effects, and then tape stop it, and then do like maybe like a small reverb sweep, but don't overdo it, right? So your mic is distorted? Is my mic distorted? I hope not. Yeah, you are too late to submit, unfortunately. You can submit next week, Mr. Rockbox. We were at 122. The kilohertz tape stop is absolutely awesome. I love it. I use it like all the time. Definitely use that one if you want to get a tape stop. But a free one is, I think it works with FL. It's the Deep Blue tape stop. I think that one's free, but it doesn't work with Ableton because it's 32-bit. I think those like little like rhythm snares, like the ones that go like, you know, like the trap snares. I think those are a little bit too loud, so try to turn those down a little bit. Yeah, dude. Okay. So like this took me like years to figure out. The reason, like, if you're an Ableton user, right, and you try to install some plugins and you just like it just didn't show up in your VST folder, there's a really good reason that actually took me like years and years to figure out. And that reason, shit. Oh, yo, Gianni with the $10. Sorry, Gianni on Discord, dude. No, I'm not sorry, dude. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate you. With a $10, yo, shoot me a DM with your track link, and we'll go over it right after this track. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. But yeah, like I was saying, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So, the reason it doesn't show up in your VST folder if you're an Ableton user is because Ableton stopped support for 32-bit plugins in like some like really old version of Ableton. So basically, if you want to use a VST, it has to be 64-bit. So yeah, we'll never be able to use the delay llama with Ableton because of 32-bit sugar. Yeah, exactly. Actually, I didn't know that was 32-bit, so that gives me a reason not to make that video. Other than, other than you know, the fact that I just didn't want to do that for anyone who ever asked me to do that. Okay. Anyway, getting off topic. My bad, Mr. Savvy Man.
Then the Luma EP, the simplest things make the greatest impacts, and that's with a lot of things in life. This track is not good. What is happening in your head?
The The vocals. Okay, I like the vocal samples. The only thing is, I think you're kind of packing them too densely together. When you look at like songs that use vocals like this, they tend to kind of like stretch them out over a longer period of time, and leave longer gaps between each vocal sample. So right now you're just kind of like slapping them one after another, and I think that's a little bit too much. So yeah, try to like space them out a little bit more if that's possible. You might have to like sacrifice like 1 or 2 lines for that.
You can't be doing things like this, man.
Yeah, again, sidechain too strong. I think there's a little bit too much high end, and it also, this whole thing is also like really loud. I think you could probably tone it down just a little bit, like turn everything down just a little bit, give it like a little bit of headroom. Like it really sounds like if you just cranked everything like to the max. Yo, DMA with a membership. Welcome to the Coordinates. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. Enjoy your perks, man. Let's go. We get the Reese playing. Yo, thank you again, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, and again, the sidechain is too strong here, and I think just overall, like, this is, yeah, it's just like cranked too much. I think you kind of overdid the loudness a little bit here. I kind of like had this issue for a while in my music, being that like I would just crank everything like as loud as it could humanly get, and that's how I would get my mixes loud. But the issue with that is you're not leaving headroom, basically like room for your mix to breathe, basically, and so everything kind of gets squashed as if you put like a limiter with like a low ceiling on it. That's kind of happening here, and the mix is not very clean because of it. And like overall, just that everything is just like constantly loud, and there's like no real point where it hits like zero volume. You know what I mean? Yo, Box, what's up? That's part of sick though. Okay, be careful with that Weeble Wobble sample, because that one is in 16th notes and you're in triplets right now. Yo, Kes Kobe, how you doing? The video was fire with Mr. Boxer, man. Yeah, vocal sample doesn't quite fit here. Yeah, definitely just too loud here. Like, I can't really stress it enough. Like it's just really causing this whole thing to feel too crowded and like overly cranked to the max. You know what I mean? Fuck you, stream, bro. Thanks, man. I hope that's a compliment. This part is nice. Kasabi. Yeah, man, you've got your intros are really nice. I like what you're doing here. Really nice atmosphere going on. Some lovely sound design. Yeah, Safi, you've got the sound design down. But here's what I highly recommend you look into. Right, your sound design is there. Your like structuring is there. Everything is good. It's just your mixes is what you need to focus on. So I would highly recommend you just like spend like a while just learning the ways of getting clean mixes and try to apply it. Some ways, I recommend going over Dr. Ozzy's mixing video. That one is absolutely god tier. If anyone in the chat hasn't seen that yet, dude, it's so good. Check it out. Teaches you a lot about mixing. So definitely check it out. Dr. Ozzy, look it up on YouTube. Yeah, and as like just try to like look into headroom, you know, like kind of mixing at like -6 dBs and then cranking it up later to get like a nice and clean mix down. But yeah, Safi, awesome track. This like has large potential. It just like kind of needs some work, I think. All right. Up next we have Mr. Gianni. Oh shit, yo, throw me. I'm late. Yo, thank you, man. I appreciate you. With a $6.99. Let's go. Funny number. Thank you, Mr. Throw Me. I appreciate you. We got the late fee coming in. Alright, Gianni with Nutty. Let's go. Can I get a nice in the chat for Mr. Throw Me? I think there could be a little bit more like rhythmic elements going on right here. So maybe you could add like a little ARP or something to kind of like help kind of introduce the rhythm and like help you follow it a little bit better.
Soda pot, keep a 30 in my Glock. Piece of ice inside my watch. Money count these bitches flock. If that hoe ain't choking dick, then her number on the block. Turn me up, this shit don't stop. Let's see how good do it.
I think so far at this point, this part could be shortened a little bit because we've kind of had like, you know, the drums come in and then like a break where like it's the same but just without the drum beat. I think you could probably just either like cut this drum section out or cut this part out. I would cut out the non-drums part because I liked when the drums came in, but yeah. Yeah, like you could easily just take it from here. Like that, you know? I think that would work. Holy shit, wait, hold on.
These bitches flock.
Oh shit, bro. Oh, this is so sick, bro. I really like this. Okay. Two little things. Okay, one thing. This is fucking sick, by the way. I really like this. So one thing is we're kind of lacking some high end. Yo, DMA with a 1069 CHF. I have no idea what currency that is, but thank you so much, man. Listen to my song, please. Will do. Thank you for the donation, man. Shoot me a DM in Discord and I will review it happily. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Yeah, like I was saying, so it's lacking some high end. So like some hi-hats here would be nice. As in like the hi-hats need to kind of like fill in the high end. So like the synth itself is fine. You just need like maybe just have like a small hi-hat to kind of play on the kicks and snares. There's also like kind of like a lack of sub going throughout this drop. So definitely try to like turn that up a little bit and yeah, get the sub booming. I think the sub is fine in volume. It just needs more harmonics because I can't really hear it. Yeah. Alright, I got yours. DM it. Also, maybe some synth switch ups would be nice here at this point because we've kind of had like the same drop kind of repeated at this point. So just like the smallest variation in timbre, like, you know, synth, what do you call it? Synthesization would be dope, like an octave or something could be dope. Something like that.
And it's soda pot. Keep a 30 in my Glock. Piece of ice inside my watch. Money count these bitches flock. If that hoe ain't choking dick, then her number on the block. Turn me up, this shit don't stop. Let's see how good do it.
Oh my god, yo, Silvio with the $10. Sorry, I sent the song up. Yo, dude, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. We'll go over your track as soon as possible. Thank you, man. Much appreciated. With the $10, I appreciate it, man. Oh, that's sick, dude. Ooh, a little scratch.
Bitches fly. Money.
Yo, this is sick, dude. I'm really digging this. This is like just a fucking awesome track. Like this is so cheeky. Like if I may say so, it's very dope. Really digging it. Yeah, Gianni, this is just straight like. This reminds me of is it Valentino Con? It's like the dude that made the Pump It song. I'm gonna make you pump like that. Boom. You know that one?
These bitches fly.
So sick. Yeah, Gianni, really dope track. This is awesome. Yeah, just overall I think just some variations. Yeah, a little bit more sub by just like saturating it a little bit, and some hi-hats on like the first initial impact of the drop. That makes sense. So like, you know, just kind of like on the on each beat, just one hi-hat, so that high end is nice and filled up. But yeah, really nice track. I don't really have much to say about it other than that, like I think maybe a little bit more like melodicness like in the breaks could help. So like you know, just kind of like some songwriting influence would really help here, I think. But yeah, this is absolutely sick. Great job. Up next we have DM8 with Sunrise. Let's go. Oh, this is a Skybreak thing. Oh, Greg, what's up? You're here.
When the sun lays eyes on
I think there's some conflicting subs there in the low end. Yeah, it sounds like you have like several subnotes playing things, and it's kind of weird. So definitely make sure you have like just one clean source of low end kind of coming through.
when the sun lays eyes on
So be careful with the brass one shots because you're going like da da, but the da part is out of key with the song because you're kind of in a specific key that like Skybreak played the piano in. So basically, I would make it go da da instead of da da. So just raise it a semitone or just don't do it. It's up to you. Yeah.
when the sun lays eyes on
Yeah. Again, with the sub, it's just kind of conflicting. I might be tripping, but I think you might have a sub playing separate of like the one that Sharks has in his little loop thing. I might be wrong on that, but yeah, the subs does sound weird. It sounds like I think you just have like an overall issue with subs overlapping. You really want to make sure you have one single source of sub playing through, and that's your only low end. So yeah, only that. Mr. Greg approves. Very nice. Are you live on Twitch? No, just YouTube. feel a little bit weird, like feedbacking this since like the contest is already over and like you can't really do much about it anymore. But one thing I guess to note for like the future, if you ever participate in more like remix contest thingies, is when you're using like a bass loop, especially like this Sharks one, and you're like not touching it at all, you're just kind of like not processing it. Be careful of like the sample, because like it'll feel very overused very quick. To like if imagine like Sharks is listening to like hundreds of submissions, right? Like I think probably like 90% are going to use the same exact like loop. So if you're then not even touching it and like you're not like processing it at all, then you're risking the issue of it like causing like ear fatigue for Sharks. And so basically try to process it such that it's not an issue regarding that. So yeah, basically change it up enough to where it still represents the original, but not like to the point where it's like unrecognizable, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, you get the point.
When the sun is
There's kind of some weird panning going on with the little like synth that you've got going on. It's like kind of like drifting towards the left when like, so you play the note and then it like slowly drifts to the left. It's kind of weird.
eyes on me. When the sun lays eyes on me. When the sun lays eyes on me.
Oh shit, we got another donation. Elamar with the $10. Amar with gorilla emoji. Bet, dude. Yep, got you. We'll go over yours right after this one. Thank you so much, man. Or right after these, yeah. As soon as possible. Thank you. Appreciate you. Oh yeah, I blue balled everyone, sorry. I think here there might also just be like slightly too much going on, because you have like the hi-hats coming in and you have like this like growly thing in the low end, sort of like the low mids kind of playing. So it's kind of cluttering it up a little bit, and you might want to like I would kind of like tone down the width on the hi-hats and maybe turn them down a little bit, and that way you have less kind of like going on all at the same time, you know what I mean? And there's also like kind of like a build-up of like low mids kind of going on. Like especially there's like a lot of low mids, so try to kind of control it and make sure it's not like becoming too much. When I say low mids, I mean like in the like 200 hertz ish range, maybe like 150, something like that. You're kind of getting a lot of that, like right above where your sub sits. So yeah, DM8. I think overall, like, definitely like something to focus on is your mixes. It seems like you kind of are lacking like EQ usage, right? So taking out sub where it shouldn't be there. You know, yeah, like just overall mixing, EQing, making sure like there's enough room for everything. Making sure your low mids are being controlled. And yeah, for future remix contests, make sure you're what's it called? Make sure you're like processing all the basses enough. Right. Yeah, like not much to say other than that. yeah, I mean that's about it. So DM8, nice track. Good luck in the contest. And let's go to the next one. Up next we have Silvio with Kuhnhausen. That's German, I think. Work in progress. Let's go. No problem, DM8, I got you. Thank you for the donation from earlier. This sounds dope. This is sick right here. A little bit sudden. I think that was like very abrupt. Hold on. So definitely bring in some risers and like a little pause before the drop, so we know that we're about to get go into a drop, because I was not expecting that at all. And especially considering this whole thing has been kind of like low pass sounding, and then you brought in like this heavy high end kind of drop. You know what I mean? Very please. Okay, I think the sound design on that is really fucking sick, man. Yo, Muse Games with the $2. Can I become a member, please? Yeah, man. I'll give you permission to become a member in the Discord server under the name Japanese, or AKA Maurice. I give you full permission to do that. Very nice. Thank you for the £2, but I don't know if I already said that. Thank you for the £2, man. I appreciate you. I think there's kind of like a little bit much high end going on, and then also there's like it's all really mono right now. So try to definitely add some width to like everything, pretty much. Make sure your drums and stuff are still mono, but like bass wise and like synth wise, make sure there's like a lot of width so that it stands out, it makes it nice and full sounding. But the sound design itself was really sick. I thought that thing had a little bit much high end as well. That thing. So try to kind of lower that a little bit. I can tell you did a little bit of variation to the second half's like synth, but try to make it a little bit more noticeable and drastic. Maybe like try, if it's like an extra layer that you added onto it, then try to like maybe add like a little bit of like the slightest amount of reverb, as in like this kind of thing. I have Ableton open so I can show you this. Let's say we have like let's take a vocal. This is not like a good comparison, but hey, look, we'll do this. So if you have this and this, right? Yeah. Nice. So you added this on top, right? Yeah. And we'll just like fade these out a little bit. We'll say that the is like your main bass that you've kind of been like using throughout the drop, and then this thing is like the major thing on top that you've put out throughout it. So try doing this, right? So you have this top layer, you reverb it out, and like you put the decay time down and the size down. Like that, and then it kind of sounds like this. Maybe you could put the decay time up a little bit more. Like a noticeable amount, and then like you just like OTT it. And look. It kind of adds a little bit more decay. You could also do this with like simple delay, where you do this. It just kind of like stands out a little bit more. So try doing something like that where the top layer decays a little bit for a little bit longer than the bottom layer, is what I'm trying to kind of say. All right, so let's go back. This is sick. I like that a lot. So yeah, dude, Silvio, this is really dope. Overall, like a really sick track. I love how heavy it is. I think you did a great job with conveying the heaviness. So well done, man. All right, see you later, Yuriko. Thanks for hanging. Okay, yeah. So Silvio, next track. Let's go to the next one. And up next we have Elamar. I don't know how to say that. I'm so sorry. With Elevate Extended Mix Demo. No problem, man. Something feels weird about this. The sub kind of sounds like you have a limiter on the master, and then the sub is too loud, so it's kind of like ducking the limiter. If you do have a limiter on the master, then make sure it's not really doing much, right? You shouldn't see it doing like this, where it's like going like like if it's like going any yellow amount, like other than like maybe like a few decibels, like it should be doing that at most, right? If you have it doing like that much or something, then your mix down needs to be tweaked. So yeah, make sure you. I don't know how exactly it would work with your song specifically, but I would try to kind of make it so that the sub sits a little bit like lower. Everything just kind of lowered down would probably solve the issue. Oh, it's LMR. Okay, got you. Oh, it's on the template. Yeah, that'll do it. Nice. Oh, I love the little rave steps. Very approved. This is very vibey. Okay, so a few things, right? First thing is, I think your sidechain is a little bit too long. And then also your kick is really like it sounds kind of muffled. So try to get a kick that has like a really clicky transient, kind of like this, something like that, right? And kind of what you kind of have right now is like something like this. Hold on, let me do this. Like you kind of have something like this. Kind of like muffled. So try to get one with a clicky kind of transient. Yeah, definitely the sidechain is a little bit too long, but other than that, this is dope track, dope drop. It's very vibey. I like it. Okay, so you switch from having this hi-hat and clap, and this is like a really minuscule thing, by the way, but you switch from having a hi-hat to a clap, and then like to the almond break, but the thing is they don't have the same amount of high end, so the transition was a little bit weird. It was like, it's like going from like a little bit more of an impactful thing to a less impactful thing, so try to kind of find like a nice balance between the two, and be careful when doing stuff like that. Maybe you could like kind of like filter sweep the whole thing in to kind of like hide the transition, and then like bring the high end back in and stuff like that. and then that way, like the part where you're switching from the hi-hat to the almond break is not as obvious. So yeah, try that out. Ooh. I don't know about like filtering them in like that. That's okay, so two things, right? So when you're using this kick, you kind of need to have a like this would work if you had like a really like deep lead, as in like this would like turn into like deep house a little bit, but like if you wanted to keep this vibe up, then I think turning this into kind of like a deep house drop would be really dope. But again, it's your track, so you know. Yeah, this track is very cool. I agree. Yeah, the groove is on point here. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, you can kind of hear the limiter doing like a lot of like compression in this section specifically if you listen for the hi-hats. Kind of transients are a little bit weird, or like what happens after the transients. I think you have some clipping going on in the kick. Not anymore. Because you like filtered it. Yeah, LMR, this is a really cool track. I like what you're doing here. You've got like a really bouncy feel to it. You know, overall like some really like dope lead design as well. I think overall this is like a it's supposed to be kind of like a mix between like deep house and future bounce. I think I've kind of like figured it out here, which is I don't know if that was like the intent behind writing that track. I'm just saying something, but you know, like I think you've got this like really dope future bounce lead, but then like the rest is like kind of like deep housey. So you're kind of like you've got a little bit of a weird balance, and I think that's probably why I said like get a clickier kick because I'm like thinking about the good old future bounce here instead of deep house. So try to find like I did that because it's very common with tech house with that softer kick and filtered hi-hats. Oh, okay. Oh, I don't listen to tech house, so I have no idea. But yeah. Anyway, LMR, you've got some really dope ideas here. Very dope, cool track. Like what you're doing with this. So very nice. Let's move on to the next one. Let's see where we're at. Okay. We're moving on to the court feedback. Okay, here we are. Alright, up next we have Basif with For Ned Dog, 413. Go. He says, made some necessary changes from last week and added another drop. Would like to know any ideas you have to either add / remove / clean it up altogether, make it more interesting, and what do you think needs to be louder / quieter in the mix? I feel like a lot needs to be louder, but yeah. Before I release, edit might add some melody into the beginning to be more attention grabbing, but yeah, any ideas you have, let me know. Alright, awesome.
Passcode required.
There's something. I think you might also have a limiter on the master. I might be tripping, but it sounds like your sub has like some weird volume going on. I don't know if that's a result of it being too loud or anything, but I remember this. The sidechain is weird here. It's like the the kick hits, and then like halfway through the kick the sidechain hits, but it's like not enough sidechain, so it's like really weird. Try to make sure your sidechain hits right at the right time, ducks to 0, and then goes all the way up. You know what I mean? Sounds a little bit weird. It also sounds like the sidechain is just like too long. I think last time we played this, it was like there were like not that many elements going on, and I liked that about it. But now there's like a lot going on. I don't know if you added like the extra elements, and that's causing it to be like weird. But the mixdown seems kind of weird. If you have like a limiter on the master, I would just take it off. Like I think what I said last time was just like raise the volume of the sub, if I remember correctly. I might be wrong about that. But it sounds like you've kind of like added some extra stuff, which I'm not sure I'm a fan of. So limiter and yeah, the sidechain is a little bit wacky as well. Yeah, add harmonics to the sub. I remember now. Yeah. Yeah, the sub itself sounds good. I think it's just like a limiter on the master. Like there's something you added that made it like kind of like too squashed. I think like a melody here would be nice, because right now we have kind of a long breakdown with like nothing much really happening. So try to get like a little melody. Yeah. Gregor proofs.
Passcode required.
Also, wait, is that passcode required vocal? Is that from Eliminate? Because if it is, then I will lightly suggest that you don't do that, because, you know, like it's like the equivalent of like using virtual ride samples. So, yeah.
Request denied.
I'm sure you've heard of such things before. All right. Let's see. This part is sick. Wait, hold on.
Request denied.
Flow's sick. Oh, you know what? I think I figured out what's going on here. I think I figured out what's going on here. So you have the you have the sub playing, right, which is like nice and loud, good volume. But the donks that are playing in the drop, like the main donk, because you have a limiter on it, I think I'm pretty sure you have a limiter on it. It's causing the sub to duck whenever it plays. So basically, it's taking up the volume of the sub by playing the donk, which is kind of an issue. So that's what's going on here, I think, and that's why it sounds so wonky. You don't have a limiter? Are you sure? If you don't have a limiter, then I have no idea what's causing the issue. You use a fruity balance and routed everything to it. Okay, that's your yeah. That's really weird. In that case, I guess it's a mixing thing. If you're like absolutely positive that there's no like limiter on the master, then I guess it might be just the fact that your your mix is like really loud, and I don't know. I guess that might be the issue, but okay, you're sure there's no limiter? Okay, then I guess mix a little bit quieter and then gain stage it later, because right now. I think that might be the issue, honestly. The fact that your sub is so loud and then your master is like just doing like the master is becoming a limiter. So yeah, try something like that. Try mixing it quieter. So yeah, dude, Basif, Mr. Joe, this is really nice. The sound design and stuff is definitely there. I just definitely think that yeah, there's like some mixing issues regarding the sub and stuff, and that's kind of like throwing it off, and that's really taking away from the cleanliness. Yeah, like this is supposed to sound really clean, and I don't think it's quite doing that. I think the sub is too loud, and that's what's eating up the headroom or whatever. So yeah, definitely try to do such, yeah, a little bit lower that a little bit, lower the sub, makes everything a bit quieter, and then I think you should be good. But you know, I'm not too sure what's going on there. I hope that's what's going on, because then it's an easy fix. But yeah, Mr. Joseph, very nice. Love the ideas in this track and the sound design. Very well done. All right. Oh God. Japanese with Ukrainian movie. Choose your own adventure. Read the description for full immersive capabilities. Okay, so imagine you're in Ukraine and you don't like it there and you want to escape to Poland. So basically the song maps your adventure out. So the first drop is you running from the Ukrainian border police. Then in the bridge kind of thing, you find your old friend Daniel, and he knows how to get you to Poland. So the second drop is like you making the final run to Poland, and then there you are. Got it. So basically what you're saying is first drop is running from border police, right? Yeah. First drop is running from the border police. Second drop is you're making the final run to Poland, and then you're there. This is some storytelling if I've ever heard it. I think you're going out of key there with the little saw wave lead. Yes, Mr. Alpha Wolf, you can donate to Skip the Queue if you'd like to. Details are up on the screen, up there. And up there, I think. That's dope. I don't know what to say about this. I guess okay. I think there's one thing that I'm kind of not digging about this, right? So you have this super tight and like fast-paced like drop, right? Which basically, you know, this is like the epitome of let's go as fast as humanly possible. You're running from the Ukrainian border police, right? That's very accurate. The only thing is you have these like rides going on, and like overall the hi-hats, there's like elements that like have decay to them. You want to just get rid of that entirely. It's like any rides that you have. I notice you have a ride. Like you want to make this as short and tight as possible because your synths are that way. So basically, what I'm trying to tell you is, right, you have these hi-hats which have like a little bit of decay to them. So let's go over here to some blank area, right? You have these hi-hats which have like a little bit of decay to them, like this. Try to get ones that just are just like a click, and that okay, this is not a good drawing, okay, at all, and this is not even representing what I'm trying to say. So ignore this. We're gonna delete that. So I'm gonna draw this bigger so you can actually get an idea of what I'm trying to do. So this is like your current hi-hat, right? Like, you know, get one that's like that. You know what I mean? Like that short. You really want this to be like an instant click and then just done. Right now you have like a very kind of like a slightly splashy hi-hat, and especially in this part. Where is it? Here. So yeah, definitely try to make everything nice and tight, and yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. I also think the snare might not be like perfect for this. I think you need like a really like a kind of like that, you know, that kind of like shortness to it, rather than like the kind of like let's see, do I have any probably not, to be honest. Might be one of these, actually. Alright, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, the snare that you have might be a little bit too long, is what I'm trying to say. Right. Yo! Kyran with the 10 euros. Hey, message sent. Dude, awesome. Thank you. We will go over it right after this one. Thank you so much for the 10 euro donation, man. I appreciate you. Alright, alright, let's keep going. The melody here reminds me of like a Pendulum song, like a really old one, and I don't know which one it is, but like it kind of reminds me of that. I think that's what you were trying to go for, but like it's out of key, so yeah, try to make that in key. Didn't even say hello. Yeah, man, I didn't say hello. I still haven't. I'm straight disrespecting right now. Oh, jazzy. Yeah, this part's dope. Hold on. There's one note in there. Hold on. That note is off. Yeah, definitely. So you're being very jazzy with these chords, right? Which the chords work. The only issue that I have here is your leads aren't quite following the chords that you've got going on. So you're not like they're not matching, and they sound out of key because of it. Link to donate. Just send a super chat, and then that's how we do it here. Alright, see you later, Android. the leads are meant to go out of key and then one semitone down in key. I mean, like, I think I see what you're going for, but like you got to remain in key with the chord that's currently playing. So it doesn't matter if you have a key or a note out of key there, because it'll sound off, right? So you need to make sure that you're in key with whatever chord is currently playing. Like, you can phone on it and whatever, you know, be a jazzy person. You just got to make sure that your lead is in key with the current chord that's playing. I think the hi-hats might be a little bit loud. I also just noticed that. Just like turn them down like a few dBs. It's not like ear-piercingly loud, and like the hi-hat is fine. It's just like they're kind of loud. So yeah, yeah, I don't know. I'm I'm still trying to figure out. Like, I feel like there's something that I'm missing here. As in, like I feel like there's something off about it, but I can't put my finger on it.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But hey, dude, it's a cool track. I'm sorry I couldn't quite put my finger on it, but the storytelling is definitely there. The Ukrainian movie is very, very just incredible and surreal in storytelling. So yeah, dude, well done, Mr. Japan. Let's go to the next one. All right, up next we have Kyran with House Panda. Let's go. Lots of like house tracks today. No problem, Mr. Japan. I got you. I think that vocal was out of key, like the first note of it. Like, yeah, that should be it. So like half a semitone lower. Yeah, definitely out of key. Yo, Nettie, I didn't, fuck. Alpha Wolf with the $10. Let's go. Nettie, I didn't want to skip Q, but I don't have a lot of time today. I'm so sorry to everyone else. I sent my link to you, in the DMs. Alright, sick, dude. Glad to hear it. Yeah, shoot me a DM with your SoundCloud link and we'll go right over it. Thank you, man. I appreciate the $10 donation. I think the, like, I'm trying to, there's like something off, hold on. The songwriting of it is fine. I feel like the saw stack, the thing is like really like full sounding and like nice and like stereo, but the yoys are like really mono and like the fullness just doesn't quite add up. And I also think the volumes of those the synths are like not quite even. As in, I think just adding stereo to the other elements would probably solve that. But like talking about the ways to add stereo are like with dimension expanders, choruses, you know, pretty much any VST that specializes in that. So yeah, try that out. I think the transition here was a little rough. So maybe add maybe cut out the drums so you have like 4 beats of like no drums, and then you know, like kind of filter it in, add a reverse crash or something to kind of like take it nicely through the through the sections. again, that was kind of a rough transition. So definitely add like some sweeps or like some reverse crashes, stuff like that. So really like transition nicely between the sections. Yeah, again, like the vocals really throwing me off a little bit because it's a good vocal. It's just like not in key, so like it's like throwing me off. We'll figure out. I think the melody also kind of feels all over the place. Like I'm like trying to listen to it right now, but like the structure, it doesn't really feel like it has much structure to it. So try to get like a nice ABAC kind of structure going on. So you know, it basically being like you have like one section, we'll call it A, right? You have another section, we'll call it B, and then you take section A here. You know, you plunk it down here. So you have A, B, A, and C, which is like B's variation. So it's like B but then different, right? So try to get that with a little melody. So you have like one phrase, then you change it up a little bit, but it's like slightly different. Then you repeat it, and then yeah, that's like a really easy way to get like a nice catchy catchy melody. Yeah, definitely like two all over the place with the melody. Yeah, I like the drop idea overall. Like I think you've got some like nice things going on. The vibe is definitely there. But yeah, it does need some work regarding melody writing and stuff. So yeah, dude, Kyren, this is a dope track. Definitely, yeah, some issues with structuring. The vocal was out of key, so definitely fix that. And yeah, I mean, other than that, dude, pretty nice. I like this little mid section. Oh yeah, the transitions could also probably use some work. But yeah, other than that, man, well done. So yeah, let's go to the next track. All right, up next we have Alpha Wolf with Stompy Work in Progress. Let's go. I think that kick is a little bit loud. You got Vandals to follow you, dude? Let's go. Congrats. I think overall the drums are like too loud here. Be careful when you do a build up and you've got like a kick and a clap. So I just like blue balled everyone. I'm so sorry. When you have like a kick and a clap in a build up like that, and you don't want to like switch between the two because that kind of feels a little bit weird. You want to kind of have like, I would just like layer the kick and the clap together and then speed that up instead, because right now it just feels a little bit awkward with the kick and the clap like alternating like that. So go. You have a lot of low mids going on here from probably an impact, I think. Yeah, you have like some kind of impact that has a lot of low mids in it, and I would just like not use an impact like that. Try to get one that's like kind of more oriented in like the high end rather than like the low mids, so that way you're not cluttering up the low mids, especially with like chords playing. a hi-hat in there that's like a little too loud. Off B1.
Now for something a bit different.
I think that fake out is too long. Like you're kind of like teasing it to be when you do like a filter cutout like that, you're kind of teasing it to be like 4 beats or like less, right? So if you still want to kind of keep this long of a fake out, then you kind of have to filter it out and kind of like add in. Yeah, I was ready and then nope. Exactly. That's like a good way to put it. Like I was like waiting for it, like, you know, like, but then it's not there. Yeah, definitely too long of a fake out, and like you really need to like add some kind of like progress it a little bit to keep it like interesting and like build up the hype. Like, okay, the drop, like you need to be able to like indicate exactly when the drop is gonna hit. So yeah, be careful with that. This is a drop. This is like an absolutely tiny detail, and I'm like completely nitpicking here, but you kind of have like a sub that goes like this in volume. Like you have like, it just goes like this. Try to just like fade it in a little bit and like just a tiny bit, not too much. Like I'm exaggerating a little bit here, but like something like this, and then that way you're not getting like a kind of like a clicky attack. Just like it's kind of faded in nicely. You know what I mean? Yeah, dude, this is dope.
Expired. A fucking course. I can't just download the actual files. I have to get the full zip and extract the fucking thing on my computer. Motherfucker, it's bullshit.
Love that. Daniels told me to do the clicky attack in the sub. That's why it's there. Oh shit. Oh, okay. Well, if you want to do that, then here. Let me like show you like 2 ways you could go about this. All right. Let's do this. All right. So you could either go like this. Wait, what key is this in? Like the F. All right. This is not the rhythm of your song, but just like to demonstrate the different rhythms possible here. Right. So let me also put this on it. That's fine. I'll just do this. Okay. So if you want to do a clicky sub like that, Serum, please. Thank you. Then do it like this, right? Yeah, you have your little like sine wave. So a little bit of release, right? A little bit of attack. This is what I was like recommending. You have like a nice and clean sub. But if you want to do like an attack like this, and you want to get that clicky sub, do this. You do like a little volume automation like this. You put on the chorus pitch. And this works really nice with like a little bit of noise and like distortion. You could do something like that, and then that way you have like a super like impactful sub. So yeah, something like that, and that way you have like a super like attackful sub. And you know, the more you do it, the more impact you get. So, yeah. All right, let's go back. Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, dude, Alpha Wolf, this is fucking dope. I definitely see some improvement from like the tracks that I've heard from you in the past. So this is really dope, man. This is some headbanger material. So you've done a great job here, man. Well done. Congrats on getting Bandles to follow you. That's dope. That's a milestone. Yeah. Mr. Alpha Wolf, very nice. Let's go to the. Oh yeah. Okay, so we're in the non-member queue now, which is Puggers. Where are we at? All right, here we are. Alright, so up next we have... Oh yeah, no problem, Alpha. I got you. Alright, up next we have Kratos with Vibe A. Read description. This is a work in progress, but I've managed to make it full length for a potential final release. Let me know if it's too long for this kind of rhythm. Alright, let's see. I think that kick has like a curve that goes like, so this is like the pitch curve, right? It goes like kind of like this. It goes like this too much. So basically it goes like, it takes too long to reach a lower note. So try to get one that kind of has like an already low note at it, if that makes sense. So the one you have right now is a little bit too techno-y, you know what I mean? Kind of take out the sub in the build up here. And also you've got triplets versus eighth notes in this build up right here. I felt like the fake out was a little bit unimpactful. Like there's not like enough going on, and like I feel like if you want to do that, then you kind of have to like. I honestly wouldn't go for a fake out for a song like this, because it like with fake outs you kind of have to like have a fake out and then over deliver from that fake out, if that makes sense. So definitely like try to I don't know, I would just kind of take out the fake out in general, you know what I mean? Especially since it's more like a held back thing. I feel like this tune also doesn't have that much structure to it. It feels kind of all over the place. So try to get like a little bit more of a ABAC kind of structure in there. Okay, so I'm not sure if this is supposed to be like another drop as well, which is kind of an issue. So we've got a really nice like little breakdown. But now I'm wondering, is this supposed to be like a breakdown, or is this like another build-up? And then we go into this section, which I'm like, yeah, I'm a little bit confused if this is supposed to be a drop or not. So definitely make it like, I would just kind of carry on this little breakdown. It's part of the same drop. Oh, this is supposed to be like one long drop. Okay, well, I will say that this definitely feels like a breakdown, this section. So, basically, I would highly recommend that you kind of like, structure it so that this does actually represent like a breakdown, and not just like kind of like an extension of the drop, right? Because it goes into this, and then there's like elements being taken away. And that's not really ideal. You know what I mean? I would be careful with reverb sweeps like that. You've kind of got some like weird stereo going on, and you also have like a kind of a strange low mid kind of sweep, which I'm not a fan of personally, because it's kind of like muddying it up a little bit. So yeah, be careful with that. Yeah, and again, now we're like feeling another breakdown, you know? So yeah, if I were you, here's what I would do. All right. So you have this drop, right? This is your drop. It starts here, it ends here. So you have it split up into like 4, right? So this is like is that 4? That's 3. I'm stupid. Hold on. Let me erase this. Hold on. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there we go. 4 sections, right? You have section A. Here. We'll not confuse it with like ABAC. We'll go like 1, 2, 3, 4. Excuse the sloppy handwriting, right? Take this. Here's what I would do. Take this and put it here, or just like swap these two, and then you've got a nice like 16-bar breakdown here, and a nice 16-bar drop here. So try that out. I think that would really help you with structuring wise. Oh, yo, Miles, what's up? How you doing? Slept the entire day. Oh no. Yeah, again, like just too much kind of going on. You know what I mean? Like you have like, I'm not still again like not feeling much structure going on here. I like the vibes. It's fun. It's a really fun song, but like definitely like not quite there. Again, like same, like I would recommend the same like restructuring of the drop here. I would imagine there's gonna be another like breakdown something here. Yeah, dude, Kutol, this is awesome. I like the ideas and the vibes that you've got going on. It just definitely like really needs the structuring upgrades. You know what I mean? Yeah, the idea is completely there. It just doesn't seem to be executed right. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm trying to say here. Yeah. I definitely like the vibes that you've got going on and the ideas there. It really needs like the execution to be up, and then you've got like a really nice track. So yeah. Is it too long for this kind of rhythm? I don't think it's necessarily too long. I just think like the if the structuring is done right and the same with like the melody structuring is done right as well, then you've got a really dope track, and this has some nice potential. So yeah, dude, Kutol, very nice. Let's go to the next one. All right, up next we have Hyperspeed Alt with an ad. We have Hyperspeed Alt with Samplifier Duality, Hyperspeed remix. Let's go. Kind of sounds like there's some high-end clipping there. A lot of high-end. The flow feels a bit weird. Yeah, I also did hear a Discord ping as well, but I knew I know it's not me because I turned off the Discord notification because it gets annoying sometimes. I've just had it off for like years actually. It's not even like I turned it off recently. Like I've just always had it off. I don't know about anyone else. Yeah, the vocal just like has this weird flow. Like it feels like it's kind of like I don't know. There's like certain parts where it just like does like a little like vocal thing, but I don't know. It's hard to describe, but like basically there's like the flow of the vocal is a bit weird. Also, there's like not really any room being like created for the vocal, so like I can't understand what it's saying, and it also just sounds kind of thin. You know what I mean? I think you just mixed it way too loudly. Like this is like too squashed and like too loud. You know what I mean? Fake out. Okay, so compared to the intro and the drop feels way more like empty and like thin than the intro, and that's because the whole drop feels very mono compared to the intro. So try to add some stereo width and maybe like slowly reduce the width on the build-up. Yeah, and again, like the sub feels like way too loud, as in like it sounds like it's clipping, right? Like you've kind of got that like I never learned how to say this fucking name, but it's like the whole I think it's whole, I don't know, thing. Would love some feedback on. Oh shit! Wait. Chaos Particle with a $5. Let's go. Would love some feedback on this collab whip sent to your inbox in your Discord. Yo, I fucking hate to say this, but the donation amount is $10. But just for future reference, we'll go over it. But yeah, just for future reference. Yeah, I got yours. Thanks for the DM. Yeah, I appreciate the $5, man. Thank you. Okay, it is Hull then. Hull? Is it Hull? Hull, I feel like Hull sounds a little bit more like natural. Oh, there, yo, let's go. Chaos Particle with another $5. Let's go. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. Much appreciated, Chaos. Thank you so much. It sounds like that hi-hat has like low end in the right ear, which is kind of weird, so make sure you're cueing that right. And I think overall just like this is kind of like the same issue as fuck, someone in the beginning had like the same issue where they like mix it too loudly, but I forgot who it was. Oh right, no, it was Safi. He had the same kind of issue. So mix like at a lower volume, because right now you're mixing at like I don't know if you use Ableton. I'm not sure if you do, but if you do use Ableton, right? You can test how loud something is in this view. Like you switch to this view, you can see that that's hitting -10. If you like saturate the shit out of this, then you know it'll hit probably like I don't know. Alright, 0 in my case, but yeah. Mix like a little bit quieter and try to get like okay, use FL, then yeah, just like go into your like mixer view and just like turn some elements down and make sure like if you can then mix at like -6 decibels. If you don't have that like that luxury of like getting that like perfectly right, then just try to kind of lower everything and give it like a tiny bit of headroom, just so you're not kind of like squashing everything to the roof of the master. You know what I mean? All right. Like mixer view beats. Yeah. You just have the mixer in FL. Yeah, that would just do it. Yeah. There's a lot going on here, and I think that might just be due to the fact that everything is so loud. Yeah, the flow is like also just weird. You have like a constant mix of eighth notes and like triplet notes. So like, I'm not sure which one it is. I'm thinking it's triplets, but then you kind of like throw a curveball and like constantly mix the two up. So like pick one and stick with it, and like don't divert from it unless you're specifically switching it up to be eighth notes. And you really need to have like a section where it's eighth notes rather than like just one single short up. Like there are some exceptions where you can get away with like switching between triplets and eighth notes, but like I would really be careful and just pick one and stick with it, right? Yeah, second kick is jarring. That like rim shot, like rhythm clap replacement thing. It's a little bit weird. Yeah, we're getting a lot of issues now in like the stereo field. You hear these like weird clicks in like the kind of low end, and they sound like they're behind you. Like, I think those are literally just artifacts from it being mixed that loudly. I could be wrong about that, but got some clashing low end with that like saw wave that you just brought in. Mixing audio pro tip limiter. If you just like slapped a limiter on this, that would probably make it worse. I'm gonna be honest. Miles, you have really clean mixdowns, so like it works for you. But like as for hyperspeed, like since you mix so loudly, I don't think it'll work since like it'll just squash everything and it'll sound really like insanely crushed and demolished, as if you took your song and took it to a junkyard of cars, but then instead of cars it's music, and so it'll sound squished to shit. So don't do that. Just like get in the habit of just mixing at a lower volume. And yeah, limiter sucks when I put it on my songs. Yeah, I had the exact same thing, and it probably still do if I like slapped one on my master. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. But yeah. Yeah, dude. I mean, this is like, I think the idea is there, but the execution really needs work. I'll be honest with you, man. The mix down is definitely the biggest problem here. I think some like stereo on like every drop element would really help. Or not every drop element, every single one that you can tell is like completely mono. Add some width to that. And yeah, other than that, man, I mean, it's a cool little tune. It's hard to focus on like what you've got going on in the drop when the mix down is kind of like an issue. So, yeah, Hyperspeed definitely like make sure you're paying attention to your mix downs. And other than that, nice track, man. All right, up next we have Chaos Particle and Velvet with Apocalypse Work in Progress. Let's go. I'm scared of this waveform.
Death is all you will find here.
I think there's kind of like a lot of like weird like ambience they've kind of slapped on that has a lot of like low mids they should cut out. There's like if you're using like an ambience like this, like you know, like you want to be careful. You kind of want to cut out those low mids because they're gonna kind of clash and cause issues in your mix. Transition better in terms of loudness. I agree. I can't really understand what the vocals are saying so far. Like I heard Apocalypse in there or something, and I have no idea what this one is saying. And that's kind of because you've kind of pitched them down, I think. And like they're sitting in like the vocal is sitting in the low mids, right? Which is kind of like the common theme with these kind of like vocals. So check this out, right? You've got like in this range here, you've just got like a constant rumble kind of thing. I think here's kind of like where your rumble's sitting. So kind of like make a little dip in like the elements that have that. Kind of try to find like the peaks. So in this situation, like with my sub here, like I would just kind of do this. Like notice how like it kind of appears as though there's like a peak like here-ish. So I would kind of like do that, and now it's cleaner, right? You can do that with like a lot of elements and get them nice and clean. I would recommend for your thing, yeah, like with the vocals being pitched down, I would just kind of like pitch them up a little bit. And if you do want them to be that low, then I would recommend like taking your little filter and then cutting out the fundamental of the voice on other elements, if that makes sense. So if you have, you know, your vocal, take this one. Maybe this isn't a good idea. Hold on.
Loud, yes, jump.
You know a pump.
Hold on. Where's that one? Here.
Yeah,
This dude has a deep voice. Okay, so look.
yeah,
We'll take this for example, and then we like pitch it down a little bit.
yeah,
All right, and then we EQ it, right?
yeah,
So fundamental of his voice is like
yeah,
kind of here. So you
yeah.
make a dip in it, cut it, and then put it on like the sub, for example, and then it'll fit nicely in the mix. Anyway, I'm like going very far off track here. My apologies. Going a little farther this way.
All die.
I would definitely layer that clap with a kick, just so you have like the required mids. I was definitely expecting like a really punchy kick on that clap, like a really really solid snare, but then I don't know about the clap that you have going on here. Cool sound design though.
Nothing will save you.
I think if you do like a fake out like that, you definitely need to have a switch up here specifically, because it's kind of implying that you're going into like a new section, but then like it's like not really switching up. So. Yeah, I think it sounds nice without a kick clap, but I think I don't know. It's like definitely missing something. You know what I mean? Like it needs that punch, especially with how heavy it is. Oh, all right. See you later, Mr. Throw Me. Peace out.
Your legion will burn.
Is it bad to make an ABCD structure? I wouldn't say it's bad, but I would say it's like everything can work if you do it right, but like you might have issues with how catchy a song is if you use like a structure that doesn't have like any repetitions in it like that, and for a while you'll have like a really long and extensive melody, and then it'll like just not like really repeat, and you won't get the catchiness of it. You know what I mean? You got some like cool midsections though. I like these. Tempo change.
This ends now.
Wait, am I tripping or is that a tempo change? Yeah, it went from like 150 to 140 or something. Yeah, dude. I mean, this is dope. I love the midsections and what you've done with it. I think it could be a little bit shorter. I definitely felt like this went on for a little too long. I think overall you could probably just cut down on the time like a little bit here and there. I think it's all right. Like it works, but yeah, this is completely up to you. So I'm just nitpicking at this point. But yeah, Chaos Particle and Velvet, you guys did a great job on this. This is really cool. Yeah, overall I would definitely recommend doing a kick clap. Like it really needs that. Like actually did it or not? Okay, it says reconnection is successful. I hope that didn't cause issues. Okay, I think we're good. But yeah, man. Well done, you two. So yeah, let's go to the next one. Not much to say about it. So yeah, GG's. Where are we at in the queue? All right, here we are. Hold on, we got Wooya, but he wanted another link, so here it is. All right, cool. All right, up next we have Wooya with Musket and Opsnack's Heretic remix. Let's go. No problem, Chaos. Cool intro. I've heard this before. I feedback this in the server.
Smash the heretic!
So definitely a really like insanely like distorted mixdown. I remember you saying that this is like intentional and stuff. it like almost works, but there's like it's just like too much, you know what I mean? Like the sub, it just like feels like too overpowered. Like I know you're trying to go for that and you're trying to distort it on purpose, but I think for some reason it just doesn't quite work. Like I think it would be better if you like did the same thing but then like use a cleaner mixdown, because you could still get the same kind of heaviness from it, but we're not like distracted by how incredibly like loud it is, you know what I mean? And distorted it. I feel like those weird like up and down like synth one shots, like they're not like dissonant enough, right? When you have like a here, let's like recreate something like this, right? It's not gonna sound anywhere near what you meant, but like we'll go for it, right? All right, so let's do this. Boom, boom. All right, and then we go like. Right, we have this. A little loud. Actually, let's turn that down. Alright, if you go like this. Oh, I'm on this thing. Here we go. So if you're going like. That doesn't feel like a very heavy dubstep bass, does it? Like, and that's because it's not dissonant at all. So if you do this, maybe like a frequency shifter. Frequency shifter fixes everything. Still doesn't feel quite heavy, and actually I look like an idiot now because didn't do anything. But yeah, like I would try to. I would, in this case, frequency shift it, but you can do like whatever you want to it to make it like a little bit more dissonant, because it doesn't quite feel like it packs the punch it needs, right? You definitely need that to be like nice and dissonant and like tensionful, you know what I mean? Alright. There's also like no point where the sub stops, if I'm correct on that. Oh no, I just instantly proved myself wrong. Yeah, just like too much distortion going on. Greg approves. But yeah, like it really it goes over the top. I think it's like too much. I'm not a personal fan.
Machine attack!
Swag. I don't know about that one. So again, the stabs don't really feel very dissonant, and I think that's because they're going up in pitch, so that kind of implies that it's like if you wanted to do like a metal stab kind of thingy, I wouldn't pitch bend it at all, which is kind of going on now. Like say theoretically speaking, you hit someone in the head with a pan, all right, it'll cause this like nice like boom sound, right? That won't change in pitch, and that's why it sounds so like heavy and impactful. And also, I don't know about those like weird, like I think they're phaser sounds. Yeah, the weird like bubbly sounds that appeared there. It feels like out of place. Yeah, man. I think this is just like too messy. I'm gonna be like brutally honest, man. It's like too messy. The sub, like the overall mixdown is just really what's causing it. There's like too many sub distortions going on. There's no real point where like it hits zero volume. There's always like something going on. So try to mix at a lower volume. Reduce the distortion. Like I would love to like if you do end up reducing the distortion, send it to me. I would love to hear it, and I'll feedback it again for you in DMs or something. But yeah, there's definitely just too much going on, man. Like an overabundance of sounds and loudness. So, yeah. Overall, like it's just like hard to kind of like focus on what you've really made like sound wise when like the mixdown is an issue. So, yeah. At least in my opinion. So, Yeah, Wuya, I think you've got some cool sound design from what I heard. Yeah, as for like the mix down, definitely work on that, and I think you'll be all good. So yeah, Wuya, nice track. Let's go to the next one. Let's do like 3 more. Yeah, 3 more, and then we'll wrap up the stream. All right, up next we have Sup, I'm Saiku with Module Ripper. Yo, Briston Beats with the $10. Let's go. Would love for you to check out my work in progress. Yo, will do. Shoot me a DM with your track, and we'll go over it right after this one. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. All right, Module Ripper. Shit, we're gonna add. All right. Thank you again, man. Appreciate you. Definitely on the quiet side, and I think that sub is like too high of a note. I think you're going out of key with the like the 5th kind of lead or whatever that is. Like I think it's like a major chord thing that you've turned the lead into. It kind of like went out of key there. Yeah, out of key, for sure. It's also kind of messy because it doesn't really feel like you have much of a structure going on. You have one, but it's like the relationship between like notes is just like kind of all over the place. So definitely try to kind of like clean that up. Make sure you have like a strong melody going on, and you kind of continue that throughout the song. I like what you did with the VST speak thing. Yeah, there's some issues with the sub there. It weirdly sounds like you have a reverb on the sub. Like, it sounds like there's like room to your sub, which is like, if you do have a reverb, then definitely take that off. You want your sub to be a clean like sine wave on like, what key is this in? What is that? A sharp? Is that A sharp? Oh. Yeah, that would explain why it's such a high note. A sharp is a really problematic key to be in because it's like if it's in that awkward zone of like it's too high of a note to hit good as a sub. So I'm playing an A sharp right now, right? No, I'm not. I guess I'm not. What? All right. You've got the reverb comments a couple times now. I use 3 times oscillator to make my subs. Make sure the other oscillators are off. Like, make sure it's only one oscillator playing clean sine wave. Try that out, and like don't add anything other than maybe like a saturator or something if you wanted to beefing it up a little bit. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying. With A sharp, the key, like notice how there's no real point where it hits nicely. Like this is too low, this is too high. So if we play on like E, that's a good note because it hits nicely. And that's like in the right zone. Here we can let me like demonstrate it with a cleaner sub here. All right, so we're in E, right? This is like a good sub note. That feels too high to be like a drop note. Like a little bit. I guess you can get away with it if you have enough harmonics, but like if you have a clean one, you can't even really hear it. I probably just destroyed anyone's speakers there, but yeah. Be careful with that. Try to maybe transpose your song. I will lightly suggest that, but yeah. Let's keep listening. Also, do you have a stereo sub? Yeah, that's why I thought it was like reverbed. It sounds like it's also like stereo. So you need to have a clean sine wave, and it needs to be mono. Those like sweeps are a little bit weird. They're like really loud. those ones. Sounds like one of those like transition like wipe when you're going from like one scene to another in like a YouTube video and it's like that. I would. It sounds really weird. I would just take them out, to be honest. It genuinely sounds like someone's running past me very fast. I don't mean to like ridicule you by saying this, by the way. I don't mean to be mean. But like it sounds like like someone's running past me very fast behind me, and I'm not sure I'm like a fan. Yeah, I'm definitely going out of key here again. So yeah, dude. I think you've got a cool idea going on. But overall, I think just like the mixdown needs some work, and the overall execution regarding like the mid sections and stuff isn't quite there. There's definitely some issues with like structuring in that regard and like out of keyness. So yeah, definitely try to fix that. But other than that, I think you got like a nice high energy track. So yeah, Saiku, very cool. Let's go to the next one. Did we have a donation to skip? Yeah, we did. I didn't get to that one yet. Yeah, here we go. Alright. Alright. Up next we have Briston Beats with Mind Work in Progress. Let's go. I think this section could be a little bit shorter. Ooh. I was not expecting that. I was expecting like a trap beat or something. It's kind of sick. Okay, so one thing is your clap is really loud, so definitely turn that down a little bit. Yeah, it's like making me like blink every time I hear it. So also, I'm not sure if I'm a fan of the stereo on the clap. It might be like it's. I can't tell what it is, but it's something sounds stereo in there, and I'm not sure I like it. It might be in the low end, but the like future rhythminess of it is really cool. So yeah, dude, Briston Beats, this is dope. I think this build-up could use some work. Like add a little pause before the drop hits. Like approves. Oh shit. There we go. Yeah, dude, not much to say about it. I think maybe some more like textures and like layers could help you. Sounds like a little bit empty. Or like if you want it to be like super like minimalistic, you could just like remove the reverb and like add some more minimalistic drums, and you would get like a really cool result with that. But yeah, I mean, I think the intro could use a little bit of work as well. Like I would add some like ambience, like field recordings and stuff to kind of like fill up the empty space. Some pads could help. It also sounds like it's being like saturated, and like it's creating some like crunchy artifacts that I'm not a fan of. So if you do have some sort of like volume or like saturator or wave shaper or something like that, I would definitely take that down or just like take it off. Specifically on like this hit, like this one. Or just like both of them, to be honest. Like those two that I'm kind of talking about. But yeah, Briston Beats. I mean, it's like a 50-second clip. Not much to say about it. But yeah, this is really dope, man. I like what you've done with the drop. So well done, man. Yeah, let's go to the next one. All right, up next we have Redeemed with Explosive. Let's go. No problem, Briston. Adding distortion to chords is dangerous in general. Yes, absolute facts. I do agree with that. I don't know about this like stereo like bongos or like the tribal drums. I would make those mono if you can. In the description it says you use FL Mobile, so I don't know if you can do that, but yeah. Saturated here would be nice, and I also felt like the build-up was a little bit weird. Like we're not getting like a pause before the drop to indicate that the drop is hitting. You know what I mean? So yeah. Great approval and respect. Very nice. Yeah, and be careful with like the relationship with the volumes of everything. Your melody is like way louder than the rest of your like dubsteppy elements, so like it's kind of imbalanced. You know what I mean? And I would also just kind of like raise the volume a little bit of the hi-hats and lower the volume of the melody, and that way you kind of have a little bit better of a balance. Excuse me. Those stereo drums are just like throwing me off a lot. Like that, they really need to be like mono, especially because of how low the frequencies are at which they sit. So yeah, I'm like surprised you made this in FL Mobile though. This is really good. Or FL Motive. Oh, yeah. The build up really needs some work there. Like it really needs a pause there before we get into the actual drop. I wasn't expecting it to drop that early. Lead though. The clap could be louder, or the snare could be louder. Yeah, and again, be careful with the lead. It's a little loud. So. Is there any practice / way to determine the key of things just by listening to it? I don't know about like, I think that just comes with like listening to a lot of music or like making a lot of music. You just kind of like get a feel for it. I've like taken like classes in like orchestra and stuff when I was in like middle school, so that's kind of where I like started off my music music career, if you will. But I don't know if that counts as like I don't know, you just kind of like train your ear to do it. It's like not, there's no like real specific way to do it. I'm sure there's like one site or something on the internet that'll help you teach it, but I don't know if there's like one single source that'll instantly help you learn it. But I know FL has a way to like import any key into like whatever you're making, so look into that. Maybe it'll give you something useful. Yeah, dude, Redeemed. This is dope. I'm surprised you made this in FL Mobile. It's pretty good for FL Mobile. There's definitely some issues with like sidechaining. I mean, like you can't really complain when this is an FL Mobile song, but like if I was just listening to this, it definitely needs some sidechain. The build-ups need a pause and like a more indication that it's about to drop. You know what I mean? Yeah, sidechain is definitely a big one. But yeah, other than that, man, like this is pretty dope. I like what you're doing here. So, well done, man. Let's go to the next and last one. Redeemed. Very nice then. That was like a mix of very nicely done and very like that was just a weird mix of words. All right. 69. I can't read that. 60 Nalt. I'm so sorry. 60 Nalt with 16 double work in progress. I'm just like butchering your name. I'm so sorry. All right, let's go. We got an ad.
Just give me dough.
Oh, another little house one. I think that hi-hat is too loud.
Just give me dough. Give me dough. Just give me dough. Give me dough. Just give me dough. Give me dough. Just give me dough. Just give me dough.
I was expecting a little bit more from that drop. Like I wasn't expecting it just to be just sub, you know what I mean?
Just give me dough.
Like it definitely needs something here, you know?
Just give me.
Oh, just started off with that. That was way cooler. I think if you wanted to do like a really minimalistic thing like this, you really need like a atmospheric element in there. And since it's just a kick into sub right now, it's not really cutting it. You really need like a like just like a slightly reverbed vocal would probably do it, as in like a singing kind of vocal. That's what I'm thinking of. I think also that that drum loop definitely needs to be a little bit quieter. The little hi-hats. Clap could be like clap's fine, I think. Maybe a little bit louder. Yeah, I think the clap could be a little bit louder. Also, another thing, the vocal seems to be like panned to the left a little bit. Make sure it's like centered. Yeah, I mean, this is a really short one. You've got some like resonant frequencies from the snare here. Kind of punching through a little bit too much. I think overall those snares are a little too loud, and like I think there's like not enough of like a change going from the intro to the drop to like justify this minimalistic of a drop, you know what I mean? Like we're already starting with like a minimalistic drop, so like the contrast isn't really there. When you have like a minimalistic drop, what makes it work is usually like a contrast factor. So going from like a pretty hefty intro to like completely like nothing is like, holy shit, I wasn't expecting that, you know what I mean? Like that's how that kind of thing works. So I think in this situation, I would just try to kind of like add a little bit more elements, kind of like try to spice it up a little bit. Maybe add like some little like bass house basses, reference some Valentino Khan tracks, because he knows he does the bass houses very well. But yeah, 60 Nalt, sorry for butchering your name. This is a cool track, man. I definitely think it just needs like a little bit of execution work, but it definitely has like potential. So yeah, that just about wraps up the stream, I think, right? Yeah. All right, people, thank you so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate you all for tuning in and watching the stream and chatting. You guys are the best. Thank you for all the donations. You guys are awesome. Thank you for the new members, or the new member, plural. And yeah. There's gonna be a stream on Saturday, right? Yes, Saturday. Upload tomorrow, because I changed my upload schedule. I forgot to mention that. Like, I made a community post about that if you saw that, but I changed my upload schedule to be on Thursdays instead of Tuesdays. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you on Saturday. Peace out.